Good evening and welcome to the Newshour Agenda. I'm Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan. Viewers, what exactly is Congress Party's definition of peace and mohabbat? This question begs an answer tonight, as in the last 24 hours, two decisions, both made by the Gandhi family, have raised some serious questions about the values that they claim to stand for. First, the decision to present, in fact, the Indira Gandhi Peace Prize to Michelle Bachelet, former Chilean president, who during her tenure as UN Human Rights Commissioner lectured India on human rights, misrepresented the situation in Kashmir and echoed the global left's propaganda against our country. The second, at the very same event, the Congress Party also decided to give a special front row seat to 1984 riot accused Jagdish Tytler, a man whose name is etched into one of India's darkest chapters, the 1984 anti-Sikh riots. Now, viewers, this is not the first controversy over Tytler's appearances at the Congress's events. Even last year, his presence, in fact, at the Congress headquarters during the Independence Day flag hoisting had also triggered a political firestorm. Earlier, he was also seen marching with Rahul Gandhi in the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Now, BJP has launched a scathing attack on the Congress for rolling out the red carpet for Jagdish Tytler, whose role in the 1984 riots still haunts its victims. BJP says the Gandhi family continues to patronize and legitimize Tytler because as a party, it has neither remorse nor regret for the 84 riots. Congress, meanwhile, justified its stance by saying that he has not been punished yet by any court. Listen in.
Congress party hates Sikhs, and it is evident in the manner in which the 1984 genocide was conducted at the behest of the Congress. It is still being done when they promote and patronize Jagdish Tytler, the person who has been accused of Sikh massacre. Courts have framed charges against him. High Court has allowed trial against him.
Jagdish Tytler has not been punished by any court so far. Until and unless someone is punished in the eyes of law, is known an innocent person.
Now, viewers, this tag of being anti-Sikh, anti-India for Congress comes at a time when Congress is losing the trust of even its allies. Congress, which was crushed in the recently concluded Bihar polls, is now facing heat from within the India bloc. Questions are being raised on Rahul's leadership with back-to-back election losses under his watch. Allies of Congress in the India bloc want their own party chiefs to lead the opposition alliance. They say that they no longer have faith in Rahul Gandhi. Listen in.
Congress acceptability and popularity is on that downtrend and continues to be decreasing. Mamata Banerjee is the ideal leader to lead India alliance.
आदरणीय राहुल गांधी जी कांग्रेस के वरिष्ठ नेता हैं, मेहनत कर रहे हैं, उनको और मेहनत की भी जरूरत है। समाजवादी पार्टी ये नहीं कहती कि उनको किनारे कर देना चाहिए। हम चाहते हैं कि इंडिया ब्लॉक का जो नेतृत्व है वो आदरणीय अखिलेश यादव जी का।
अभी पता नहीं, अब इनको लगता होगा कि हम अकेले ही बहुत सक्षम हैं, बहुत पुराने दल हैं, आत्मविश्वास से भरे हैं, ये हो सकता है, लेकिन ये होना और जमीन पे आना बहुत अंतर है ना।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's take it right across to our guest now. Joining us is Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Dr. Anand Ranathan, author, with us. Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst, is with us. But my first question is to Kapil Madan, advocate and political analyst. Kapil Madan, this, happens to come a day after the Prime Minister branded the Congress party as MMC. A few days after the Prime Minister said that it's a Muslim League Maoist Congress that this felicitation of Michelle Bachelet has happened. Is it just a coincidence, Kapil? Or I think we don't have Kapil with us. Let me take this across to Tehseen. Tehseen, question for you. Tehseen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I thought that question was to Kapil Madan, and I got a call from your landline.
So I'm just saying that the fact that the Prime Minister has branded the Congress as a Muslim League Maoist Congress MMC, it just happens to be days after that this individual, Michelle Bachelet, who has in fact been very, very critical of the Indian government's position in Jammu and Kashmir, has been honored by the Congress party.
First of all, Madhav, thank you so much for having me on the show. Good evening to all my fellow panelists. I'm actually surprised that the Honorable Prime Minister, the language he used for the principal opposition party does not behove him. To call somebody Maoist and Islamist, I think that does not, Muslim League, does not behove the stature of the Prime Minister's office, but be that as he may be, he's right to use his words. As so far as the individual is concerned, as Chilean President, her role as Chilean President was remarkable, both in empowering women in her country and in helping India take the lead in the global south. By the way, she was not just Chilean president during the UPA tenure, even during the tenure of the present government between 2014 and 2018, where India and Chile, Chilean relationships increased and India led the global south. Her remarks in the United Nations as Human Rights Commissioner between 2018 and 22 came in the wake of 370 being abrogated, where she said, what as our courts have said, that we shouldn't have unnecessary detention, that we should not have an internet cut. Now, she's criticized America, she's criticized US, that's Russia, that's the
criticized America and US doesn't mean that she's okay in criticizing India, because her comments accusing India of marginalizing Muslims, locking down Kashmir, do you agree with them, or discriminating through CA? You agree with these positions that she has taken?
The Honorable Supreme Court in my case, when I agreed with 370 going, said that you cannot indefinitely lock up people and you cannot have internet cut. Article 19 says the right to internet is a fundamental right. Now, unless you or anybody here disagrees with the Honorable Supreme Court, I think this is what the Honorable Supreme Court said in my case and Anuradha Basin's case in the Honorable Supreme Court. So you're just saying that no Indian citizen, including citizens from Kashmir, Maharashtra, Bihar, should be locked up. Internet should not be cut. How is that?
Well, I don't think this is the best of days to have invoked Anuradha Basin. We all know what has happened. As far as her office is concerned, of course, remains to be seen what finally happens in a court of law. But let me bring in Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma,
right?
Do you agree with her? One second, just a second. You made a certain set of comments. Let the response come in. He says there is nothing wrong with the positions that have been taken by Michelle Bachelet. Please respond to Tassin.
Let's get one thing very clear. That when Michelle Bachelet was the president of Chile in 2009, who got the highest civilian honor from the government of Chile? It was a man called George Soros. He got the Bernardo Higgins Civilian Award from the government of Chile. And who lobbied for Michelle Bachelet to be appointed as the United Nations Human Rights Commissioner? It was George Soros' son, Alex Soros. And I'm not throwing these facts off my hat. This is out there in the public domain. Michelle Bachelet is the same woman who says India is anti-minorities. She says India is anti-Muslims. And she has never used the word Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Michelle Bachelet says India occupied Kashmir. She speaks the language of Al Jazeera. She speaks the language of Lutyens Lashkar gang. She speaks the language of, Bharat tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah. She speaks the language of Gustake Rasool ki ek hi saza sartan se juda, sartan se juda. But what struck me really hard, and I'm not disappointed nor am I surprised, because Congress's DNA is anti-Sikh. I was surprised to see Jagdish Tytler, against whom the Congress party refuses to take action, but against whom the courts have said, let charges be framed against him. He's one of the prime accused.
I'm going to come to Tytler. I'm going to come to Tytler in just a minute. But allow me to just bring in the larger questions about Michelle Bachelet, and then I'm going to come to Tytler as well as the alliance questions in just a moment. Kapil Madan, this is what Imran Khan has said, and this is what he has posted on Twitter in response to what was stated by the UNHCR. He said that I especially welcome the statement by UNHCR. I call upon the United Nations Human Rights Council to immediately set up an investigation to probe human rights abuses in IOJK as recommended by UNHRC's 2 reports on Kashmir. The time to act is now. Of course, he's referring to Jammu and Kashmir. I welcome the growing concern and demands by the international community, so on and so forth, to lift its siege. The point I'm making is simply this. Here is a person whose comments have been exploited by Pakistan internationally. And here is the Congress party honoring such an individual. What are we doing, sir?
Madhav, let me say a few things here. I think I've heard Sanju, you've given her enough time, and as usual, it's facts-free firework when Sanju is on the panel and when she's speaking. Let me give some hard facts and hard points here. I mean, this is not the first time, and this is not the first time where Michelle Bachelet has given any adverse report. She has given several adverse reports against Pakistan She has spoken against racial discrimination in the United States. She has spoken about, the fact that the women are not being treated properly against Taliban. So, I mean, how can you, just pick one statement and would say that, she is critical of the Indian government
against China and Uyghur Muslims?
Issues,
has she spoken out similarly about the condition of Uyghur Muslims, sir?
So, hold on.
No, yes or no, answer my question. Since you believe she has been such a beacon of human rights across the world and a champion of human rights, what has she done in China and the Uyghur Muslims? Tell us.
Let me just give you a fact here. She has also given a report against China. I mean, this is documented. Muslims. This is there in the public domain.
And the Uyghurs?
She has I am saying against the Chinese government. Against the Chinese government, she has given a report that is critical of human rights violations in China. The fact
if she can do so for Kashmir, I see no reason why she can't do so for the Uyghurs. Anyway, make your point.
I mean, you can't. If someone is a critic, let me just give you an example. When BJP was in opposition, BJP used to criticize the Indian government's policy. Would you call Indian government or the BJP that they are anti-national just because you are?
Kapil, come on.
Because you are
this is such a juvenile argument. An international body criticizing India being picked up by a political party is a completely different thing altogether. Picked up by another country. Let me bring in Dr. Ragnathan. Dr. Ragnathan.
I would like a point.
Kapil's argument, one by one. Please, no. We can't have everyone talking to her. Please allow me to conduct the debate. Dr. Ragnathan, Kapil's point is, they have criticized, this person has criticized all the other countries, several other countries, and here is a person, who's allowed to do so because even the opposition, the BJP when it was in opposition, was critical of the central government. So what's the difference? Please respond to it.
Well, yeah, a couple of points to good evening to you and to my fellow panelists. I think it is entirely befitting that a person who is clothed in hypocrisy and double standards and illogic and irrational is being awarded the Indira Gandhi Prize. So I wouldn't like it to have gone to anybody else. This is an absolute click. But on one level, having an Indira Gandhi Prize for Peace and Human Rights is like having Taliban Prize for Women Empowerment. But stranger things have happened. In fact, you're not going to mix the second issue, but let me just give you one sentence. Do you know one of the major prizes in India is Rajiv Gandhi Communal Award, Communal Harmony Award, Sadbhavna Prize? And you know what Rajiv Gandhi said? जब एक बड़ा पेड़ गिरता है तो धरती हिलती है. So much for communal harmony. And under him and approval, you had 10,000 Sikhs butchered in one of the worst genocides India had seen. So Congress' middle name is hypocrisy. Having said that, I find it is entirely ironical that the very three issues that Congress is tom-tomming and for which they have awarded this prize to her were actually demands of the Congress itself. You don't believe me? Please go and read the 2019 Congress manifesto. When this lady, harangues against and outrages against the farm laws, she should know that it was Congress's demands. They were in Congress manifesto, including the third law, which was already enacted as an act in erstwhile Congress ruled Punjab as a contract farming act. When she rants against CAA, she should know that Congress demanded that Bangladeshi minorities, now minorities in Bangladesh cannot be Muslims, right? Congress demanded in 2015 that Bangladeshi minorities be given Indian citizenship. Each and everything that Congress has taken a U-turn for, and this lady has criticized India for going ahead, were actually the demands of the Congress. So I think I congratulate this lady for getting the Indira Gandhi Prize. Nobody deserves it more.
All right, let me bring in Tehseen in that. Tehseen, while this is itself controversial, why bring in Jagdish Tytler, give him a front row seat? What's really going on? You know the kind of baggage that Jagdish Tytler carries. You know the entire controversy surrounding the shoe thrown at the then Home Minister, Mr. P. Chidandaram, in 2009, when there were tickets that were given out to Sajjan Kumar and Jagdish Tytler at that point of time. Why once again rekindle those fires and flames? Because this is a very sensitive issue, as we very well know. Tehseen.
I just want to add one thing before I come to the Jagdish Tytler issue. When Michelle was nominated in the United Nations Human Rights Commission, India, it was by consensus, and India did not raise an objection. India, in fact, supported it. So today, for everyone to come, one second, please. I never interrupted. I agree. I am glad you accepted you're a hypocrite, not you, as in the BJP. Sorry, not you. But now let me come to the larger issue about 2018. 8 August, she was nominated, or August 10, 2018, she was approved. Now, please, let's come to the issue.
Before farm law,
So she had great relations. No, one second.
Tehseen, the simple point is those controversial statements were after she took the position. So therefore, the objection is after she has come in.
Okay.
Where is the question of objecting before she makes a statement? Is somebody an astrologer?
Let me break this down.
What kind of logic is this?
No, it's not a please allow me to break it down. If you would have just heard my opening statement, this award was for her role as Chilean president. That is the role for which India supported as well.
So you're going to say we support you for the great work you did as a Chilean president, even if you abused us, slapped us, insulted us while you're heading the UNHRC. What kind of logic is this, Tehseen?
In the United Nations Human Rights,
when you give an award, you cover your eyes. You cover your eyes and see, okay, I look at this or cover one eye only. I'll look at this half, I won't look at that half of your career. What logic is this?
She was giving George Soros awards, this present government not dealing with her. What kind of logic were they covering the eyes?
No, she is talking about the kind of nexus that she's linked to. They are referring to, they are linked to the global leftist nexus. If you have a counter to that, please respond.
I will respond.
You think George Soros is a paragon of virtue?
Sir, you must allow me to respond.
No, is George Soros a paragon of virtue according to you?
No, I don't. I think that a 90-year-old man has caused severe harm. But when the 90-year-old man was, or then 80-year-old man was being awarded by her, India was working with her. She helped India in the global south, and India helped her. What is the law? What kind of logic? Now you're talking about another issue. This award is for her role as Chilean president.
Okay, award for her role as Chilean president. Why are you complaining, Sanju Verma?
Thank you. And Madhav, this is a very interesting debate. Very quickly, I'll come to what Tehseen said. As for Kapil Madan, he's not even the official spokesperson of the Congress. It is my bad luck that I have to sit here and debate with people like him who are inconsequential. And Sanju Verma, debate for facts, and only facts deti hai. Shant ho jao.
Okay, Kapil, I normally don't allow personal comments, but in this case, you also made a personal comment about her argument, so I'm allowing it. But please, let's get back to the debate. I'm requesting both of you, let's get back to the debate. Yeah.
Yes. If you make a personal comment, Kapil Madan, sunne ki himmat rakho. Now shut up and let me speak. Madhav, let's get one thing very clear.
Let's be civil, please.
As Mr. Ranganathan said, what did Rajiv Gandhi say after the 1984 Sikh genocide? जब एक बड़ा पेड़ गिरता है तो धरती थोड़ी हिलती है. But that's not all. After the 1984 genocide, in 1989 and 1991, the man called Jagdish Tytler, the prime accused in the Sikh genocide of 1984, was given ticket to contest by the Congress from North Delhi. He was made the Minister of Civil Aviation by Rajiv Gandhi. He was made the Minister of Surface Transport by Rajiv Gandhi. Jagdish Tytler was made the Minister of Tourism by Rajiv Gandhi. He was made the Minister of Labour, Minister of Food Processing and Minister of Coal by P.V. Narasimha Rao. And guess what, Madhav? Jagdish Tytler was made Minister of State for Overseas Affairs with independent charge by the Manmohan Singh government between 2004 and 2009. And guess what? Jagdish Tytler is a permanent invitee to the Congress Working Committee, the most senior advisory and apex body in the Congress hierarchy. तो कहने का तात्पर्य ये है to some people here who are sitting and blabbering gibberish that Sikh genocide में सिखों की तो धज्जियां उड़ाई आप लोगों ने, उसके बाद you actually mollycoddled the prime accused, and today he sits in the front row at the Jawahar Bhavan in an award ceremony presided by Sonia Gandhi, in an award ceremony named after Indira Gandhi as the Indira Gandhi Peace Memorial Award.
Okay.
And this is the same Jagdish Tytler जिसके बारे में कुछ कहने से तहसीन पूनावाला और कपिल मदान के मुंह में दही जम जाता है.
Respond to that. Let's come on to the question of Tytler. Let me just read out some of the charges that Mr. Tytler has faced. The charges include murder, that is 302, arson 436, promoting enmity 153, and defiling places of worship 295. What do you have to say, Mr. Kapil Madan? What is the necessity? What is the urge to publicly acknowledge or even honor individuals like Jagdish Tytler by giving him a front row seat at functions such as this?
Now, let me give you a very quick response, Madhav. We've all seen Mr. Amit Shah. He was under trial. In fact, he went to the jail. In fact, during his trial, when the prosecution was on, he was not allowed to even enter the state of Gujarat. And hold on, I understand these are little hard facts for you, hard and inconvenient facts. Please hold on. Please listen. Allow me to complete. Let people know. Let people know. Hold on. Take a deep breath. Sanju, take a deep breath. Hold on. Please
Okay,
speak on
okay.
your
Make
turn.
your point. Conclude your
Now,
point.
All I'm trying.
One
all
by
I'm
one, please.
trying
One by
to-
one. Yeah.
All I'm trying to tell our viewers is that you are not guilty until you are proven guilty by the court. Now, I ask a question here. You have mentioned the charges. Have you seen any court order or a judgment that has, convicted Mr. Tytler? Give me the answer.
No, the point is,
many
have charges not
politicians
been
are
framed?
facing trials.
Have charges not been framed, Kapil?
Now, so again, Madhav, you're not a lawyer, and no one here is a lawyer. Framing of charges.
But we all don't know what framing of charges are. As a lawyer, you don't know what framing of charges are.
Madhav, framing of charges does not mean that you are convicted.
Of course not. Of course not. But that only means the process is still underway.
Criminal law.
He hasn't been announced innocent either in any case.
So therefore, what I'm trying to say here is that under the criminal law, till the time a person gets convicting after, a full-fledged trial, you can't say that, he is guilty. That is a job of the court.
Whether or not he's guilty, sir, he's facing very serious charges. Do you admit that or not?
Now tell me.
Do you admit that he faces serious charges or not?
No. Now tell me, do you admit?
Why did the Congress party cancel his ticket in 2009? Kapil, tell me.
Hold.
No. Why did the Congress party cancel his ticket in 2009?
Mr. Amit Shah
Why did the Congress party cancel his ticket in 2009? Tell me.
Madhav, why are you giving cover fire to Sanju?
Forget Sanju. I am asking you a question. You answer my question. No. Am I speaking something that is factually correct or not?
Now tell me.
One second. Kapil, is it a fact? Do you remember what happened in 2009?
How is that related to a
Let me ask you one by one. Please, just 1 second. Kapil, answer the question. What happened in 2009? Please tell our viewers.
You tell. You have a story.
Is it a fact? Is it a fact?
You say a fact.
I am asking you. You are saying that I am giving cover fire to BJP. I am asking you a question.
How can I say what happened in 2009?
Was he given a ticket and was it not cancelled in 2009? Yes or no?
No, Madhav.
Yes or no? Answer my question.
No. It was not cancelled because of this.
Oh, what was it cancelled for?
You please.
What was it cancelled for?
You will have to. No, I am saying you make an allegation. You please show and say how, and because of what.
Are you aware that there was a shoe thrown at Mr. P. Chidambaram in a press conference, sir? By a journalist called Jarnail Singh, who later joined the Aam Aadmi Party and became an MLA? Are you aware of this?
No. So
you're not aware of this. Let me then ask Dr. Ranganathan to refresh your memory. Dr. Ranganathan?
Yes.
We all know what kind of an issue and the kind of baggage that Mr. Tytler carries. Just remind Mr. Kapil Madan of what all we've seen publicly happen.
No, all said and done. Kapil is a very erudite, is a very dear friend, and he answers very truthfully, and I'm sure he's going to do this. Now, he talks about, yes, Jagdish Tytler has not been convicted, so yes. So I want to ask him a very simple question. Is Rahul Gandhi wrong when he says that Adani is corrupt because Adani has not been convicted? Yes or no? Is Rahul Gandhi wrong?
Can I give you a very, very quick response? Now,
it's a yes and no
Mr.
question.
Adani, hold on. It's not a yes.
Why?
It's not a leading question.
Has he been convicted?
Give you an answer.
Has
I'll
he
give
been
you an
convicted?
answer. He's being
Has
charged.
he been convicted?
He's
Has
being
he
charged.
been convicted?
So Jagdish Tytler is also charged.
Convicted.
He's being charged in the US.
So is Mr.
He's being
Tytler.
charged in the US.
That is the point, Mr. Madan.
No.
That is exactly the point.
No.
They use the same yardstick.
Not the point.
No. This is hypocrisy.
I am
Mr. Kapil
sorry.
Madan,
No,
what
I am sorry.
Dr. Ranganathan has demonstrated is pure and simple hypocrisy in your argument. You want to say that Mr. Adani is corrupt without him getting convicted, but you want to defend Tytler saying that don't call him any names because he's not convicted.
Because you are saying
wonderful. Wonderful double standard, sir.
No, I am sorry. I am Madhav. What I am trying to say is, Mr. Adani, as we speak, is facing a prosecution in the United States. That's a matter of fact.
What about Mr. Tytler? Is he not facing any prosecution? Mr. Tytler faces no prosecution.
You are saying that he is
What is
guilty.
Mr. Tytler facing?
He is not guilty. You are saying he is guilty of Sikh genocide. I am saying he is
उनके
not.
court cases में क्या होता है? What happens in his court case? He is deified. People do puja in the court hall.
No, it's a trial that happens.
Huh?
It's a trial that happens.
It's a trial
that happens.
And
It's
what
a
is he in
trial
that
that
trial?
happens.
What is he in that
You
trial?
have to give evidence.
What is
you have
he?
to lead evidence.
What is
You
he
have
in
to
the
lead
trial?
evidence.
He's not facing
I am
charges.
saying, no, in the trial you will have to lead
Come on,
evidence.
Kapil.
Prosecution.
Don't do
I am
this.
sorry, you don't know the law.
Don't do
You
this.
don't know the process. That's
Don't
not-
do this.
you
Don't do
you
this, sir.
don't know the law.
Don't do this, sir. Your hypocrisy has been exposed already.
No.
Let's not take this any further, please. Let's not argue a good point which has already been made. But anyway, Sanju Verma, there's no hypocrisy. They're two totally different cases.
Madhav, on live debate, Kapil Madan has been embarrassed his hypocrisy exposed, and he's been cornered, and he's smirking there, you know. Gire to gire par tang uchi. But let me say one thing. Since the name of Amit Shah cropped up, I have to say this on your show. Let your audience hear this. The Sohrabuddin Sheikh death happened in 2005. Amit Shah faced trial for 11 years. He was exonerated by the Bombay High Court in 2016. But do you know something, Madhav? The Darbari ecosystem said Bombay High Court judgment ko hum believe nahi karte. The matter went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court exonerated Amit Shah in 2018. Amit Shah has faced trial for 13 long years without ever undermining India's judicial system. And last point, Madam, in 10 seconds. The 2002 Gujarat riots. Prime Minister Modi was given a clean sheet by the Supreme Court in June 2022 after 20 long years. एक बार नरेंद्र मोदी ने नहीं कहा कि मैं देश की जुडिशरी में विश्वास नहीं रखता. That's the difference between Amit Shah, Narendra Modi, and the Darbari ecosystem of Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, who could find nobody else but a former Chile president who actually says it's not Pakistan occupied Kashmir, it's India occupied Kashmir. And the Darbari ecosystem says, "Wah ji wah, kya bola hai?
Right.
She's a peace activist. Sharam karo, Kapil Madan."
All right, we'll have to leave it there for the moment. In fact, I'd like to thank all our panelists for joining us. Kapil Madan, Tehsil Poonawalla, Sanju Verma, as well as Dr. Anand Ranganathan. Certainly, of course, not a controversy that's going to die down anytime soon. Thanks so much for joining us.